Dagamespitter, y'all subscribe, like, share the video. Hey, to all up and coming artists, all independent artists. Y'all know I'm y'all manager, right? I'm all y'all managers. I'm y'all internet manager, y'all blogging manager, right? So today's topic gonna be why up and coming artists, why independent artists, before you blow up, why you shouldn't be paying for major artist features. How it really don't help you. It only help the major artists as far as like them gaining money. How you can lose a lot of money by doing that, right? Okay. Y'all gotta understand something. If you say you trapping and you hustling, whatever, you got trucks, you got whatever, and you rapping, you're an up and coming artist. You playing with about 40,000, 30,000, 100,000, $250,000, whatever, right? So, okay, you done came out with a tape. You don't really got no big buzz. You don't. So, you know, I already dropped a tape or two. Or you may want to skip that and just jump off the porch. And you may run into an artist like, just giving an example, you may run into an artist like Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo, you probably got 100K saved up. He may charge you 40,000, 50,000. You don't got no tape. You got a couple of videos out, but you want to go ahead and, you know, skip the line. Because you thinking in your head, hey man, if I buy this feature from Moneybagg, or I buy this feature from Gucci Man, or I get this from Kevin Gates, or get it from Future, or whoever like that, you know, I'm going to shoot up. I seen it work for Rollo. I seen it, you know what I'm saying? And you may think it's going to work for you, right? The reason why you shouldn't really do that is because you don't really know the knowledge of the music industry. This is why before you start really pouring your money into the music industry, you need to be a student to the game and get some books, get some mentors, and let them give you the game before you start investing your money into this rapper, into that person. Even because, you know, it's a good thing that you got the money to pay for these features, but you need to be putting your money in other spots that can help your career, that can help you, not helping other major artists stay rich. Because the problem that you're going to run into is you're going to pay somebody like Moneybagg Yo 50, 40, 60,000, right? You're going to go all in. Y'all going to even shoot the video. You're going to give them another 20,000, 10, 15,000. But you got to realize a lot of these major artists, they got big fan bases, millions of followers. They signed to these labels. Def Jam, Interscope, Atlantic Records, Jive Records. Like, I'm just giving different names. They signed to all these different labels. And these big time artists, they don't be owning their rights. Some of them don't even be owning their name. So then they don't be owning their masters. They don't own their publishing. So yeah, say Moneybagg Yo, I'm just using him as an example. Say he in your town. You an Alabama nigga, you get to the money in Alabama. You play with that dog food, you got the lean, you got the gas, you got the rap startup kit, everything. You got the look, the cars, and everything. So you got 40, 50,000. Say you get it to him. Y'all gambling and all this shit that you done lost, you done won a little bit. Y'all do the song, y'all knock 2 songs, whatever. The thing is, he gonna take your money and dip. But the thing is, he done signed his publishing away. He done signed his masters away to the label, to CMG. Let's say CMG. So now Moneybagg Yo, they get the record cleared. He got to go ask permission. So if you a nobody and you ain't built your name up, they gonna tell Moneybagg Yo no, because Moneybagg Yo don't have no say so. He really don't. Now sometimes somebody can, you know, look out for you and be like, man, really do this. I really owed him. Really, come on, man, just look out for me. And they may do it. Depends on who your boss is. But if you sign to it, like Gotti may be like, all right, you saying, you know, but like the white label owners, they gonna say no. because you gotta. This is why they're gonna say no. You try to skip the line, and cheaters never win, right? You didn't build no name, so okay. If let's say 50 Cent just signed to Interscope, he signed to Interscope and Shady Aftermath. So Shady is Eminem, Aftermath is Dr. Dre, Interscope, Jimmy Iovine. Them three major labels, three big CEOs, right? Let's say they didn't invest into 50 Cent, they didn't put $5 million into 50 Cent. Building him up, paying for marketing, paying radio, $250,000 per song, paying all these different, things they got to pay. Paying Apple, paying Spotify, paying in this day and time, paying magazines. Let's even throw that in there. Paying all that stuff. But here you come, you ain't did none of that. You don't even got no real budget behind you. They put $5 million behind 50 Cent and he ain't even drop an album yet. He just got a hot record out. He just got In the Club out. It could be like that. And he got In the Club, he got Wangster. You don't got no records out. So the label can feel like that you trying to steal the spotlight. Like you just trying to rob them from the spotlight. Like they done built this artist up and now you finna eat. You finna eat off the artist. Nah. Because you can't match the level that he on. Now if 50 Cent now if Kevin Gates called 50 Cent, they'll clear that because Kevin Gates, then he Kevin Gates. He got hit records, Billboard, Platinum Plats, all that. He can put up the same bag as far as like marketing. Yeah, they'll do that. That's an even swap. No problem. Hell yes. Yeah, clear that. But with you ain't build your name up. You ain't build your name up. And then when you gave 50 Cent or Moneybagg the money to do the song, you didn't have no contract saying you didn't get you're going to clear this record. You didn't get that signed. Only thing you cared about was him doing the song and him doing the video. He done that. He done did his part. And then you're going to be making videos, calling the artist out, dissing him, thinking he played you. When the whole time, it's the labels. Now, he do get some blame because he know the label's going to, turn the song down. But why would he turn down 50,000, 40,000? Why would he do that? You got 30,000, 20,000. Why would he do that? And you probably got it in cash and it's dirty money. Niggas know if you're a trapper or you ain't got no real cover-ups. So why would he turn that down? He'd rather just fall out with you or you just diss him and he never fuck with you again. But really, it's not him. He wouldn't care. He'll clear it. It's the labels. And then, what about, okay, the labels can say yes. The labels can say yes, they're cleared. But then the publishing people, they say no. Now you stop. Now you at a red light again. The record label say yes. The publishing people say yes. Then the producer on the song, he say no. And then when it comes to the beat, you didn't know in that beat they didn't use samples from other producers, and they say no. So this one producer said yes, but he used some samples from Zaytoven and Southside 808 Mafia Southside or Metro Boomin, one of them. He didn't use some of their samples, and even though they got a good relationship, but they'll still say no to you because they don't like the percentage, they don't like none of that there, so they're gonna say no because you want all this percentage. So now you at a red light again. So now you out of 60 G's. You got a song that you can't even put out. You got a video that you can't even put out. Now you just sitting on it. Now the song getting older. What you talking about in the song, you could be talking about a certain trend. Now it's getting older and older and older. So by the time they get it cleared and everything, the song ain't gonna mean nothing. But if you would have did the shit the right way, pouring the money into yourself, blowing yourself up, finding your big club anthem first, your strip club anthem, your club anthems, your street anthems, building that name up, building your own fan base up. So when these labels look at you, when it's time to clear your record, when you're trying to buy these major artists features, they looking, oh shit, and they already got 300,000 Spotify listeners. Okay, his average video on YouTube do 500,000 to 2 million views. Okay, impressive. Got 2 gold plaques. Okay, we might. Okay. Instead of you just got some dope money, some fentanyl money, and you just want to give it to this artist and thinking you just gonna skip the line. Let's say, okay, let's look past that problem. Let's say everybody cleared and they do clear the record. And you get your video, your song, and you put it out, it still ain't gonna do nothing because you ain't nobody. You know how many songs Boosie did with artists? He cleared the record because he independent, and the song on YouTube only got 1,000 views, 3,000 views, 4,000. See, these record labels know, these majors, these big CEOs, they know artists like you gonna water down their brand. Same thing with producers. If a producer say Zaytoven, right? Zaytoven, and he making beats for Gucci Man, OJ the Juice Man, Young Ralph, Future, Scooter, like all Gorilla Zoe, like all the niggas who popping at the time. Usher, but then he also make beats for local artists. Yeah, his beats all over on everybody mixtapes, but he kind of watering down his brand because everybody can get the beat, so the beat don't really mean nothing. When you can hear the sound from every artist, and we don't know who the artist is, but we hear Zaytoven sound, he watering down his brand. He getting money, but he watering down his brand. Instead of just keeping it with, hey, like a Dr. Dre beat, you got to come damn near 7 figures to get this beat. You got to be top tier to get this beat. You ain't just finna hear from Joe Blow. You see what I'm saying? So this is why major labels don't let their artists just jump on any record. You got to put the work in. What you need to be doing is finding like 2 or 3 records, not just one. That's why I say when you know, like when you got that feeling that you got a big hit record, don't just stop there. You need to have like 3 hit records, like 3 to 5 hit records, like 3 or 4 different bangers. That way, if a label call you, let's say 50 Cent want to sign me to G Unit, you know how I'm gonna impress 50 Cent? When I play the big record, and then he say, let me hear the next records. And then them records big. Like them records, them records out of here. Especially if he jump on them. Instead of just saying, I only got this one record. Like what? You only got this one record? You ain't got nothing else? So that'll fuck you up too. So yeah, you need to be focusing on getting a good investor. This is what an independent artist really needs. Somebody that really believes in you. That's going to really help build you up. Build that fan base, whether you got to get it from your hometown or you got to go over to the West Coast, Midwest, or another South state or whatever. Build that fan base up. Yeah, you still can get a little bit of features, but don't try to shoot for the major artists. Go the independent route where they got all the control. So let's say you want a feature from somebody like Slim Thug. Slim Thug will clear everything, no problem, because he owned everything. Say you want a feature from Sauce Walker, they're clear with no problem because they own everything. Boosie, clear with no problem because he independent. Young Dolph, they independent. So you can get their verses. But when you really try to go to the top tier of the food chain, you can run into a lot of problems when you ain't nobody. All you're going to be doing is wasting money and getting them rich. And then you're going to be mad at them. Now you're going to be these same artists that you dissing, the label see you dissing them, now you're going to be burning bridges. Now you're going to be saying they blocking you. Yeah, but you dissing my artist. I can be Def Jam. You dissing my artist. We done put $10 million into this artist, and they got you dissing them. And we see traction your way from that. Yeah, we're going to block you. Make it a little harder for you. Hey, man, don't let him do this. Don't let him do that. Make it way more harder for you. Let's see him get through this hurdle. And how you going to get through that? You got to have the bangers. The record's got to be so big that the radio got to tell the Def Jam and them, man, I got to play this shit. It's too hot. Motherfucker say, man, I got to fuck with him. He too hot. That's how you get unblackballed. Like when you too hot. Like too many people want it. So let's say, let me give you an example. Let's say Ja Rule and them blocking 50 Cent. They got all these big records with Ashanti, every little thing that we do, and all them, and Vita, they got all these big records on the radio. But then here come 50 Cent with In the Club. You got 5 million people requesting, hey, play that In the Club. Hey, we want to hear that In the Club. Now it's kind of hard. Now you got to tell everybody like, man, we can't, I got to play this shit. It's the hottest record in the street, and I want to be the first one. I want to be the one who really break this record. Like, or I want to be the one who really, getting the spins from this. This dude, then he come with another one. 21 Question, then he come with another one. PIMP. Nah, your word, it won't give a fuck if you spending money with us now. Like, you can take your money somewhere else. This the hottest new nigga right here. Then the album drop, nigga sell 10 million, 11 million records. That's how you overcome them hurdles and shit like that. But you got to be special. You got to be special. But if it was that easy to come up in this music industry and all you got to do is be an independent artist or have a whole bunch of drug money or whatever type of money you getting, you got your street rep and all that stuff. And all you really got to do is get a couple features and, get this feature from this one, get one from Lil Baby, get one, and you just take off. If it was that easy, man, it'd be so many niggas in the rap game eating. Now, sometimes you can do it on a level like Rollo did it, but you still got to have that support. Rollo had a lot of support around him that's in the industry that was already winning. So he had Lil Baby, he had Young Scooter, he had Future, he had all these dudes with him. Then he had the Rap Startup Kid. You know what I'm saying? So he had all the other free band niggas, the Black Migo dudes. So he had so much support that's stamping him. So you can, and you still won't get buku money a show. So you will give Future 50, 60, 70,000. You'll pay Lil Baby 10, 15, 20,000. You'll pay this artist 10,000, this artist 5,000, but you will still only be getting 6,000 a show, 8,000 a show. Because your records, you got these records with these artists, but they're not big, huge Billboard records. So you still only gonna get 6,000 a show, 7, 8,000. You'll be making way more money selling dog food or pounds or whatever you're doing, scamming, whatever you're doing, real estate, trucking. You'll be making more money in that than what you get per show. For a verse, you probably get 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. So you got to just keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? So you can buy yourself in the game if you got the stamps around you, and it's like that, like how Rollo had it, or another artist I have it. But none of these artists stamping you. Of course, you can buy you can squeeze your way in the industry if you somebody that got Yo Gotti right there, all his artists with you, the whole CMG, Gucci and them, all them rock with you. They'll pull up to your video shoot. Kevin Gates and them will pull up to there. Boosie, Lucci, Young Thug, all these dudes, they'll pull up. You can just go from this crew to that crew, that crew, that crew, get features. All the DJs already with you. Then, you can squeeze your way in there. You can get about 10,000 a show, 8,000 a show, depending on how good your music is and how it charts. Another thing, stop trying to, spend all your money with these major artists and all these artists when you need to be building your relationships with DJs, radio stations, people like that. You need to shoot them 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. That's what you need instead of giving Money Back Yo 60,000. You need to give Phone Flex 10, 15,000. Give DJ Envy 10, 15,000. Give Buddy in Texas 10, 15,000. The dude Cosmic Kev in Philly 10, 15,000, 20,000. Spread the money out like that. Find the biggest one in California. Give him 10, 15, 20,000. And then after that, you have to drop a bag with the bloggers, the academics, the Cam Capones, the Vlads. Now, a lot of them won't take your money, but a lot of them will. The Say Cheese, pay these dudes to post you. Sometimes a blogger may say, I ain't going to interview you. I got to want to interview you. You can't pay me to get on here. Somebody like Vlad, but that don't mean he won't post you on his page, though. That don't mean that. So you got all the DJs with you, or the one, DJ Scream, all these dudes. You got all these DJs, Swamp Izzo, and you got all the top tier bloggers and the ones that's under them, like us. They fuck with you. They, reposting your shit. Now you better. Now your name circulating everywhere, from the radio to the internet. Then you go crazy on TikTok. Go crazy with your music. Spotify doing numbers. You always dropping videos, or if you're not, you just shooting a day in the life or whatever your name is. You showing the process. You showing everything that you do. You steady dropping heat. Yeah, you gotta do it like that. And then you will see better results. Sometimes it still may not work. It's just the fans don't want to accept it. The fans may not want to accept it. So then you got to try different, routes. Maybe I need to team up with another artist and we do the shit together. Maybe they don't like my verse. Maybe they don't like my shit when it's 2 verses. Maybe I just got good hooks, but they don't really like my verses. Or I may have 1 good verse. So I need to team up with an artist and we tag team this shit. Like Parlay and Young Rapper doing. So they get 2 for 1. Or you join a group like Migos. Not join the Migos, but it's 3 of y'all, or the Locks. It's 3 of y'all, so they get different flavors. Maybe you need to join some shit like that, and that'll work. Maybe you probably got good verses and good raps, but they don't like your voice. So maybe you need to switch to a songwriter. Maybe switch to a songwriter. Maybe you had the wrong producer. Shit like that. So it's just a lot. If you try to cheat, all you're going to be doing is spending a lot of money. So even if you got the good investor, y'all still ain't going to be getting nowhere. And he ain't going to want to keep fucking with you. Because he losing. He just spending. And then when he give you money, you want to go run and get jewelry, reward yourself, and you ain't even got no plaques. You ain't getting a 5,000 radio spins, nothing. The bloggers don't speak on you. Like, you're not hot. You just look like you're a hot artist, but you're not a hot artist. So yeah, man, y'all gotta do better on that. Like, y'all gotta really learn the game. Having mentors is really important. It's really important, man. It can save you a lot of money. A mentor can cost, but it can also save you a lot of money. And one thing, certain mentors, they be knowing different money avenues. You keep the money coming in, find you different streams of income. They'll tell you all the different streams of income when it comes to music. So yeah, man, so that's just a couple little tips on that right there. Y'all hit that like button, y'all subscribe, y'all share this video, y'all follow me on IG, Doug_Gang_Spitter. If I helped you out on this, y'all donate to the channel, $DougGangSpitter704. $DougGangSpitter704. If you want to do a one-on-one phone conversation, come to my DM, Doug_Gang_Spitter. Pay the little fee, we'll chop it up. He was with him. Go.